Hello and welcome back to another certified OG video. This is my Ferrari F12. Absolutely expensive car, really sick, 4-cylinder, 700 horsepower, absolutely amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something more. A Citroen Saxo, 1,000 euros, and we're gonna do a road trip with both of these cars. This is the ultimate road trip battle. Cheap versus expensive. Over the next 3 days, both of these cars will have to endure 3,600 kilometers all the way from southern Spain to our home country of Austria. Our road trip will take us through many different places, long stretches across the hot and dry, to the luxurious lifestyle of Monaco and the high mountains of the European Alps. We all know road trips are not fun, so I decided to call Gabriel, and he grabbed Lucas, Stefan, and together they went on a long journey from Austria all the way to Spain.
Once the boys landed in Spain, I gave them the simple task of buying a car for the challenge.
We got a car, and the dealer told us right now on the phone that it doesn't work.
Which turned out to be apparently not so simple.
Plan C oder was?
So first plan is smoke a cigarette. I don't care about the rest.
The first car was an absolute nightmare.
Normally he said it's no problem because the car is working.
But it wouldn't start, wouldn't run anything.
Now the plan is we are heading to the next car.
And the third car seemed to be perfect.
For maybe it's stolen. Because this place where we are going is Mafia Villa.
Is this Mafia? ¿Esto de Mafia?
Yeah.
No.
Wenn das kein Mafia ist, Alter, dann weiß ich auch nicht. Das ist the weirdest shit.
After a little bit of negotiation, Gabriel bought it for 1,500 euros.
Bye, thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
But after 5 minutes of driving, the car ran out of fuel and we discovered it had a major leak. So after trying to fix it for a few hours...
Was wir machen? Wir tanken den jetzt mit Öl. Fertig.
Glaubst du, dass es geht, oder was?
What's wrong with the car?
Nothing. The engine is a little bit broke. Not that bad. Yeah.
We just decided to give it away to the Hotel Valet guys, who apparently seemed to be very happy with the car. And we were left with no car for the challenge. Absolutely terrible. So we went to sleep, and the next morning rolled along with new opportunities and new chances.
Wonderful good morning. New day, new luck. Well, the Mercedes-Benz is no more. You saw it, we gave it away to one of the workers here at the hotel who actually had pretty much fun with the car, which is very surprising. We're gonna set on to Malaga now, where we have plan number C or something. We have a third car.
It's literally plan F.
Plan F. Okay. We have another car waiting for us. Gabriel lost 1,200 euros on the Mercedes. So I decided I'm gonna chip in, I'm gonna help them, because officially the rally hasn't even started yet. It will start once we have 2 working cars together. I'm only doing this on one condition, and that is that once we pass Monaco, we're gonna go into the casino and we're gonna try to gamble the money back for whatever car we purchase now, which I think is a very good deal. Der ist gerade unser Lehrtag von der gleichen Spiele.
Ich glaube, das schon ist.
No problem, oder?
Wir damit driften. Wir können sagen, er war's.
Alright, and with this we are gonna head on to Malaga. We are 1 car down. We have a scratch rental car. This is gonna be amazing. Servus!
Hello!
Team Luxury!
So with this, the next day rolled along. We left the hotel, Celine left for Austria, and me and the boys, we headed out to Marbella, where we met up the last chance to buy a car.
Gottes Willen.
And once we saw the car roll into the gas station, we all knew this was it.
Das ist der beste Tag überhaupt. Wir haben eventuell unser Auto.
A beautiful Citroen Saxo, painted in a nice shade of green that reminded me of the beautiful and flourished trees back in Austria.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we made it. After 3 different cars, we now have, hopefully, our solution to get back to Austria. Hello, yes.
Hello.
This car was an absolute masterpiece. It may not look 100% perfect, but neither are we. So the car was the ideal match for us. It needed a little bit of love and some work done. But 2 hours of Gabriel working on the car.
Kannst du erklären, warum das für mich mittlerweile schon normal ist, auf einer Tankstelle Autos reparieren?
Weil du bei mir arbeitest.
And a nice firm handshake later, and the car was officially ours. Meaning, we could finally start a road trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, we finally made it. We found our 2 cars for the road trip. On one side, as you can see, we have my F12, the Italian Stallion, which is going to be perfect for the road trip. We have a V12, we have 700 horsepower. This car is made to go long distances. We have AC, we have everything we need. Lucas and me, we're gonna have a good time. And on the other side, we have Team Gabriel and Team Blody. They're in a Citroen Saxo. Warum juckt mein Saxo? Beautiful car, 1.6 liter, 90 horsepower. This car is apparently capable of reaching speeds up to 200 kilometers per hour. And we're gonna see which one of those two cars make it to Austria back in the best way possible. Because we all know, expensive does not always mean better. On the first day, we lost quite a few hours due to complications, as you already saw. So we're gonna have to make it good. First day, our stop is going to be France. We're gonna drive all the way north and hopefully we're gonna make it. I severely overestimated the luggage space for the Ferrari. There was no luggage space at all. So the Saxo now has all the luggage from the trip, which also gives the car a nice little stance in the back. I do have to say, out of all the cars that these guys looked at, the Saxo actually is the coolest option. I don't really think the car is shitty. I actually kind of like it, to be honest.
And with this nice little sound check, it was time to start our trip. Two cars that couldn't be any more different, 3,500 kilometers, 3 days, 4 countries, 4 friends, and 1 will to survive. It was time for the road trip of our lives. And it was also time for the first challenge.
We want to get to France as quickly as possible, but also as fuel efficient as possible, which brings us to the first challenge for this trip, and that is to see which one of those two cars is more fuel efficient for the trip. You might be thinking, the Ferrari has a V12, so it's gonna take more fuel, but the thing about the Ferrari, this car is made to go on road trips. It's like the whole intent of the F12 is road trips. And we also have way more fuel inside the car than the small Saxo. The Saxo has like a 40 gallon or like 40 liter tank. The Ferrari has 80 liters. So we're gonna have to see which one of those two cars can do less pit stops on the way to France. Over the first few hours, we had to travel as far north as possible. We lost some precious hours due to the Mercedes disaster that we had the day before, so we really had some time to make it good. We drove along the Costa del Sol, one of the most beautiful places in Spain, until we came to the first pit stop. First, I would say like 3 hours of driving behind us. This is the most boring drive of my life because there's literally nothing to see. I do have to say the F12 is amazing for road trips. Very comfortable car, very chill. We have AC, which is cruising along. Lucas is sleeping a little bit, listening to some music. I would give the car, road trip wise, solid 8 out of 10. 2 points missing because we had to put all the luggage to the Saxo. So far it's good. We didn't have to refuel so far. None of us had to. Was kriegt der Saxo? Roadtrip-mäßig derweil einmal für Bewertung? Komfortmäßig Bewertung, Saxo? 10 von 10?
Nein. Als Beifahrer schon.
Als Fahrer sage ich jetzt einmal 7 von 10. Es ist ausbaufähig. We need a sticker of every country we were with this car. So.
First country, Spain.
Die will ich nicht streichen.
Warum nicht?
Vielleicht hat die voll viele Bakterien.
Kann man schon streichen, glaube ich. Oh, da ist gerade eine Bakterie auf den Finger drauf gekommen.
After having a nice succulent meal at Burger King and seeing the cat, I got way too excited and absolutely roasted the tires of my Ferrari. Which, considering we were only 2 hours into a road trip, was probably not one of my smartest ideas.
Irgendwie klingt es verdächtiger, die Reifen.
Ich glaube, dass die voll im Arsch sind.
Das war echt voll dumm von mir.
Das war voll dumm.
Ich halte jetzt uns mal wieder ein.
Ja.
Okay, 10 more hours of driving. So, with my tires left hanging by a thread and literally on the brink of exploding any time, I really needed to figure out what to do.
Our arms are always outside the window, so we need to take care of that.
I don't have to take care of it because I'm a Mexican, and as you can see,
I don't get sunburned.
we continued to drive north towards Barcelona, and then suddenly an idea came to my head.
Alright, the noise of the tires is getting actually not better, it's getting worse and worse each second, which is no bueno. But the good news is 3 hours and 30 minutes away is the dealership where I bought this car, and they actually have some spare tires. So we're gonna make a quick pit stop there. I'm actually driving a bit faster than Gabriel and Lucas right now, just so we can make up some time. And they're gonna chill behind, they're gonna just cruise on. We're gonna hurry up. We're gonna do a quick little tire change, hopefully in Valencia, and then This will solve all of our issues.
But I was not the only one having issues.
Arrived at the gas station, we have to take a look at what happened to the car because it's flattering too much. And yeah, my door isn't opening. Yeah.
I mean, you could go outside on the other side. Komplett senkrecht. Das ist okay.
Weißt du, was geil ist?
Was denn?
Das ist der Auspuff. Obviously sind sie einfach mit Alubandel zusammengehängt.
Also ich glaube, das wird schon passen.
Maybe a tire is loose.
Didn't we get a toolfit? Nein, das war ein Mercedes drin. Schlag ich dann mal wenig her.
Ja, fahren wir weiter. This is a non-smoking car and I don't want anybody in this car to smoke.
On the trip of our lifetimes.
So if you want to rent a car for like 6,000 euro a day, just send me a DM. Our company is Stefan and Gardner Rent.at.
While Gabriel and Plody were busy making rental company plans, I checked their location and I found out that they were driving literally in the wrong direction for over 1 hour.
Alter, wir haben die zwei größten Trottel gemeinsam in ein Auto gesetzt. Ohne Scheiß, das gibt's nicht. Okay, we made it around 650 kilometers on one tank of fuel with a little bit of drifting in between.
Also ohne Scheiß, das überrascht mich gescheit.
Bro, honestly, I'm very surprised how fuel efficient the F12 really is. I honestly think we have a good chance of winning the fuel efficiency challenge, especially now that the others drove into the wrong direction. This is gonna set them back quite a lot. 88 Liter gehen rein, was ich fragt. The good thing is, we don't even need to hurry up because the others did a stop to modify their car interior or whatever.
Das ist ein scheiß Vuvuzela.
mal den Strom anschließen müssen, da ist nichts zum Anschließen dabei.
Du hast dir gerade mal Geld versenkt. Alter, machst du Theater?
So, it's finally time for our first fuel stop. We're not on reserve. We have like, you can see how much we have left. And the problem is our tachometer is stuck. So we don't know how far we came,
But it's about
We checked it.
450 kilometers from Mabea.
yeah, and we are always driving around like 130 to 140 kilometers per hour, and we have like 4,000 RPM. And I think for that fact, it's really not that much.
Yeah, the dude who sold us the car said like we would come about 650 kilometers. Man schaut sich das an. Das ist das nicht Porno?
Okay, since we're gonna change the tires anyway, I think it's time for a little bit of fun. Let's go. Passt, ich glaube, es ist Zeit zum Reifenwechseln. We made it to Ego Cars here in Spain. Okay, we're gonna park the car. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour once they change our tires.
Alter, was ist das? Scheunenfund.
Die Bremsen rauchen noch.
Hallo.
We took care of the tires. Very nice shop.
Alter, der muss denken, wir sind die Volltrottel.
Ja, er hat es, glaube ich, auch gerade gesagt.
Ich habe so Spanisch so ganz leise dahergenuschelt und ich glaube, dass er einfach gesagt hat, wir sind die größten Vollidioten. Und wir haben eigentlich komplett verarschen wollen.
Thank you. Also eine Stunde braucht er. Gracias. If any Ferrari owner knows how to turn off the traction control fully, let me know, because as you can see, the rear brakes, they always work when I'm going sideways. They always try to stabilize the car a little bit and interfere with me sliding. So if you know how to fix that, please let me know. Alter Performante. So these are the guys where I bought the F12 from originally. We're gonna take the tires of this 812 and we're gonna put them on my F12. Now that we see both cars together in one room, I actually think the F12 really, don't get me wrong, 812, amazing car, but I think the 812 looks more elegant and more timeless than the 812. Rear of the 812 is sick, but the front is, I think, way better on the F12. This is too aggressive, I think. At least in my opinion. Anyway, let's change the tires. I have no idea what the others are up to, but yeah, let's go.
Also ich glaube, es war ganz egal, ob wir im Ferrari sitzen oder im Saxo. Das Wichtigste ist, dass man halt einfach mit Freunden beieinander ist.
Genau. Einfach mit den richtigen Leuten, im richtigen Moment. Das After 6 hours driving, we arrived in Valencia. Think a little bit more.
Where we should meet Otto and Lucas. So yeah, the car is running perfect. I can't say anything about the car. The steering wheel is, look at my hands, they were clean in the morning. So what we have to do is we have to clean the steering wheel and then nothing else to do.
Fährst du hin? Jetzt haben wir da, oder was?
Aber das Navi hat ein bisschen geschnitten.
Thanks again to Ego Cars. Very nice to change the tires for me being such an idiot for destroying them. Nein! Die Trotteln. Servus Burschen! Habt ihr verfahren? Fahren wir aus, da gibt's eine geile Pizza. Herrlich. All the squad is back together, ready for some pizza. What a beautiful day today. We have some pizza, we have iced tea. The Citroen still is alive.
Crazy.
Alter, das Auto schaut eigentlich so geil aus. Wieso geht die Tür nicht auf?
Die wäre das schon ein paar Mal ausgeknackt.
Was?
Vorher auf der Tankstelle schon nicht aufgegangen. Könnte ausgekettert müssen.
Ihr muss halt.
Aber manchmal geht's, manchmal nicht.
Ah! Es tut mir voll leid, aber die Reifen haben so viel gekostet, das müsst glaube ich heute im Auto schlafen.
Okay. Was haben die gekostet?
So viel wie der Saxo. Once the tires were changed and we ate all the pizza, it was ready for us to head even further north to get as close to Barcelona as possible.
So it's now midnight. We have to go 1 hour to the hotel where Lucas and Otto are sleeping, because as you know the challenge is cheap versus expensive. And what's the first thing which comes into your mind when you hear cheap road trip? that we don't get a hotel. So we have to sleep in the car, but I don't care because I love this car.
I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way.
I found a way.
It's gonna take some time to realize, but if you look inside, I'll show you.
So we are preparing the Citroen for our
Sleepover.
camping night. So we have a problem. Ja, so weit. Kannst du das umlegen?
Ja, aber das passt schon zum Schlafen.
Weiter
Ich
geht's.
liebe das Auto.
Ja, ja, ich
Die
liebe es.
Ferrari kannst du das gar nicht umlegen.
Das stimmt.
So. Ich würde auch sagen, dass das Coole ist, dass das auch der.
Mhm.
Das passt.
4 Sterne gegen 4 Zylinder.
So.
Gacken war halt irgendwie geil.
Wonderful, good morning.
I actually slept inside the car. Brody was sleeping with the door open.
Morgen. Monaco ruft.
Ja. Hammer.
Schaut aus wie Captain Jack Sparrow.
Today we're gonna go to the land of the rich and famous. To the land of all the high earners, high rollers. Because today we're gonna go to Monaco. We're 6 hours ahead of us. We still haven't made it to France, so we still don't know who has the more fuel efficient car. But we are pretty much on the same level right now because we want both refueled once. The Saxo has to refuel as soon as possible. And I also have 0 kilometers left. It's gonna be a tight race. We have like 2 hours left to the French border. In Monaco, we're gonna have our next challenge. Don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Those two have been loving it so far. They love the nature and everything, but Lucas and me, we've not been such a big fan, to be honest. Oh, hey. Let's jump in the car, refuel them, and then let's go. I'm also a bit sick because the AC is working so well. Herrlich.
Das Leben ist ein Traum.
Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.
Oh ja, die ist viel besser, Mann. Ich glaube, this challenge definitiv der Saxo. Oder? Saxo 11 out of 10, Ferrari.
I kissed the girl.
Taste of her cherry jams. So, pit stop number 2, 1,300 kilometers, all the way to Spain, and the second fuel stop so far. So we have an average of around 650 kilometers of range with the Ferrari. And coincidentally, we also have pit stop number 2 on the Saxo. Wie viel Reichweite habt ihr gehabt?
Ich glaube 5-0.
Somewhere close to Barcelona, all the way to Monaco, which was another 7-hour drive. But me and the boys were very excited because Monaco only meant one thing.
Edles Frühstück.
Breakfast to champions. Luxury, lifestyle, glamour, and gambling. 4 things every human on earth absolutely loves. So the 7 hours went by like a breeze. We traveled through the rest of Spain, and once we came to the border of France, it was time to see who won the first challenge. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Our first challenge is gonna come to an end. Who has more fuel inside the car now after the trip from Spain to France? So, was muss der Verlierer machen?
Gar nichts.
Was?
Ihr habt
100%, ja okay, aber ihr habt 100%ig schon mit. 100%ig habt ihr nachher noch mit dankt. Ich hab dich auf deiner Steppe verfolgt. Ich hab gesehen, das war jetzt auf einer Tankstelle.
Wir waren zweimal tanken, genauso wie es.
Okay,
Der Verlierer zahlt der Gewinner sein Sprudel, sein Achselsprudel.
ja passt.
Bisschen mehr als die Hälfte. Bisschen mehr als die Hälfte.
Aber ihr habt einen doppelt so großen Tank. Das müssen wir mit einkalkulieren.
Alter, wir haben einen 4-fach so großen Motor. And with that we have the proof the Ferrari is the more eco-friendly and fuel-efficient car if you compare it to a Citroen Saxo. I can't believe it. We still have more fuel inside the car. We might have the bigger tank, but we also have way bigger engine. I think it was a very fair comparison.
Das ist voll geil, das Auto. Das ist richtig geil.
Freut sich schon.
Ich muss runter. Ah, du voll drauf, Alter!
Next stop, Monaco, where the next challenge awaits us. This one's gonna be sick. Once we made it to France and we found out who the real winner of the challenge was, all we had to do was driving another 4 hours to Monaco.
Warum ist der Arsch so schmutzig? Also,
Sent the previous owner of the Citroen the video with Brody pain in his asshole. And with each hour closer to Monaco, the hype grew stronger and stronger, until finally we arrived. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Saxo hält durch wie ein tapferer Krieger. We're not 100% there yet, but if we look here, we are very close to Monaco. We're still in France. If you look down here, you can actually see Monaco. Very beautiful, very nice. This down here is all Monaco. And we're gonna drive down there now. And this brings me to the next challenge, which is going to be driving through Monaco. Obviously a place known for its supercars, known for its like rich people, and everybody's just driving Bugattis and everything down there. All the people are rich. So we're gonna drive these two beauties through Monaco. We're gonna see which one of these two cars gets more attention from the people, because street credibility is very important for road trip cars. Everybody knows that. Pretty simple plan. And then at night, I wanna go to the casino. Boah, meine Ohren sind zu, ich bin so krank von der AC. Oh. Warte, what the fuck? Achso. What the fuck? Hang quer um mich! Das kann ich besser ohne Safety Car. Los geht's. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with that we made it to Monaco. Place where dreams come true.
jetzt ist leider grün. Aber sie hat sehr interessant hergeschaut. I think this can kind of count as. Or she was just like, why is there a 12-year-old sitting in a Ferrari? Well, by the way, Monaco is probably the worst place to drive your supercar. Everything is insanely tight, insanely steep, and the roads are insanely bad. But for a Saxo, it shouldn't be a problem. Which car you like more? You like this more or this more?
Monte Carlo.
Yes. No. As you can see, the people also know that we are in Monte Carlo, which is very good.
It's rowdy. Do you like this car or that car more? Yes, yes, my friend!
Thank you. Okay. Ich glaube, das war ein Punkt für den Saxo, das habe ich eindeutig gesehen.
Hello guys, which car? Citroen or Ferrari?
No, why? Fucking, das war der Gear-Collector.
Das ist gestört.
The car spotters were trained only for one thing:
Stimmt doch gar nicht.
supercars.
Lüge, oder?
But what they failed to notice was the street credibility. They don't know nothing about this.
Alter, die filmen alle im Saxo, ich
Still, since so many car spotters took pictures of the Ferrari, we decided to give 1 point to Team Ferrari.
Kasperter.
Which car? Which car? This or that?
That one.
This! Yeah! That one.
Ja,
Alter,
servus.
Servus!
Servus, wie geht's?
sag Schäfchen Grüße.
Sag's uns selber, das sitzt ein Ferrari da vorne.
Nee, echt?
Ja.
Halt vorn.
Das ist einmal uninteressant.
Findest du den Saxo besser oder den Ferrari? Den Saxo?
Ja, den sagst du.
Schon, oder?
Ja, mit Abstand.
Aber viel besser.
Aber was gefällt dir jetzt mehr?
Der sagst du.
Ja, du Legende!
The Ferrari was absolutely not getting enough points. So I had a master plan. We're gonna drive in front of the casino here in Monaco, because everybody knows is supercar spotters have it.
What do you think of this car?
Good car? Yes.
Good car, good car.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
It's the best car.
Better than the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
It was getting worse for the
Yes,
Ferrari.
thank you.
Nobody seemed to like the Ferrari. Everybody was a fan of the Citroen.
Oh my God, Über dein Saxo nicht. Do you like the Ferrari or this one more?
Bro, I like your Ferrari.
It seemed like we were in the wrong country to do this. Which, considering we were in France and Citroen is a French brand, kind of made sense. It seemed like we were in the wrong country to do this.
I know it's a good car, thank you.
Team Ferrari has made a fatal mistake coming down here and trying to win this. They were wrong. The Citroen was in the right place. Which of those two cars do you think is cooler? This one? Aha. Thank you. Alter, wir müssen uns zusammenreißen. Niemand mag einen Ferrari hier.
Schau, die lachen mit uns.
Which car you prefer, Saxo or a Ferrari?
So, of course.
Which car you think is better, Ferrari or Citroen?
Ferrari.
Oh. Endlich einer was. Thank you very much. Thank you. Endlich einer was über Ferrari sagt. Das gibt's ja nicht. Servus! Ja. So grüßen die Ferrari-Fahrer untereinander. I didn't count the numbers, but so far, guys, I tell you, it's not looking good for the Ferrari. We're gonna park our cars here at the hotel, which, by the way, is also gonna get pretty interesting to see if we can park the Saxo in front of it, because we literally have the Fairmont here. Pretty much the most famous place to park your car, alongside the casino. Hello.
Bonjour.
Hello. We are with them.
Where you go?
I think here. We are with them.
Where you go?
Hello. In the hotel.
Was sonst?
Ja, was wir da machen.
Welcome to luxury life.
Sorry?
Which car you like more?
I'm joking. She's one, of course.
I like that. So, free.
In the end, Ferrari stood no chance. The Citroen was the one and only true winner of this challenge. Street credibility off the charts. What an amazing car.
Ich glaube nicht. But just seems so salty clear. The people in Monaco, they appreciate the Saxo more than Ferrari, which is heartbreaking for me. After all this money I've spent on the Ferrari, nobody seems to honestly give a shit here. But tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow we have another challenge. And maybe this one is better suited for the Ferrari. So far it's one.
But this was not it for our stay here in Monaco. I had one more big challenge ahead of me. We needed to dress up and look fancy so that we can go into the Monaco casino.
Servus, Burschen.
We're looking very sharp, very fine dressed. Every single one of us. Look at all these fancy cars. Ich glaube, das ist der Blaumark. Let's see if they let us into the casino, and then we're gonna absolutely empty this place. Monaco doesn't know what's coming. We're gonna rob this place. Let's go.
Merci.
Thank you. Very nice. It's a casino. One of the most famous casinos in the world, and one of the most exclusive casinos as well.
We are high rollers.
Once we entered the casino, it was honestly pretty hard to film because we were not quite sure if we were even allowed to film, so we tried to keep it low key.
Los geht's.
I got my chips. The big one, by the way, is 1,000 euros. Pretty much the same as the red Mercedes. And I had one goal. Win back the 1,500 euros that we lost on the Mercedes. And since the car was red, I decided it was a sign of God. I had to put my $1,000 chip on red at the roulette table. And so I did. I was pretty nervous once I put it down. Minutes went by and it felt like hours. Until finally the roulette was spun again. Once the ball was rolling, my heart stopped. It had to be red. We had to make the money from the Mercedes back, so we can finally afford a hotel for Gabriel and Stefan as well. But then... meaning I effectively lost another 1,000 euros. Congratulations. Please do not seek financial advice from me.
And how was it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for day number 3 of our road trip. If all goes to plan, we should hopefully safely arrive today in the evening at home. Yeah, yesterday's challenge, no bueno for the Ferrari. Yesterday night, no bueno for me. I'm an idiot.
But today we're gonna do our last stretch of our journey, which is gonna take us around 1,000 kilometers north through Italy, and then we should arrive at my place. And we have one more challenge. And for this challenge, we have to go all the way to Italy.
And so it was time for our last challenge to begin. We were somewhere deep inside the Alps, a huge mountain road ahead of us. Both cars were ready, and so were the drivers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, made it to Italy, which means Heimvorteil für den Ferrari. And we're actually pretty close to home. Honestly, I'm very surprised that the Saxo is still alive, but this all could change in a matter of seconds. Because now we're gonna go deep into the mountains, because no road trip is a road trip without a good old mountain road. So for our last challenge, we're gonna try to find out which one of those two beautiful cars is better suited for some very spirited mountain driving. Is this going to be the end of the Saxo? Hey, servus! Musst immer grüßen, Ferrari grüßt, geht so. Okay. So, it's...
And once we made it to the mountains, we were ready for the last challenge of this trip.
It started to rain, which might actually be good for the little Saxo. We're gonna let him drive in front because I don't really want him tailgating me all the time. I think it's just honestly too fast. So, geht's hier schon los oder was? Nix, 3, 2, 1.
Das war so knapp!
Urgeil.
Bist du wieder Ferrari?
Ja.
Very wet conditions, so we have to be absolutely careful. Gabriel needs to be very cautious. All of those 90 horsepower coming straight to the front wheels. I'm having a hard time keeping up with the Ferrari. The car is on its absolute limits. Gabriel is also on its limits, I think.
Alter, das schaut so cool aus mit der Chick in der Kusch.
Corner after corner, we made our way up onto the mountain.
Der kommt nicht mit.
Alle Elemente spielen gegen uns gerade. Ein sehr gefährliches Unterfangen. Erste Steigkurve. Spitzkurve.
This car was too fast for the Ferrari. The front-wheel drive absolutely pulled the car out of each corner while I was struggling heavily with grip. It was truly a tough battle.
Huge advantage for the Saxo in these corners because of all the grip on the front wheels.
And the weather got even tougher once we made it to the top. It was raining heavily. All odds were against us. And the Saxo just wouldn't let me pass.
Nicht geschafft.
Überholmanöver angesetzt. Aber keine Chance.
Trotzdem! Geschafft, die dritte! Ja! Wir fliegen! 8 km! Nein, 100. Ist der Jesus!
It started to rain heavily and I couldn't see anything anymore, and neither could Gabriel and the Saxo. It was getting very serious at this point.
I was having a hard time keeping up with the Saxo, and I'm even having a hard time seeing something right now.
And then disaster struck.
Gottes Willen! Es ist so geil.
Ich habe genau das richtige Lied für den Saxo bei den Mädels.
Ey, schauen wir mal, dass wir runterkommen von hier. At least it stopped hailing for a second. Wow. Car looks amazing though. Gut gefahren. Valentino Rossi.
Dankeschön.
Guter Beifahrer.
Dankeschön.
Gratuliere. So, I think it is safe to say that both these cars did a phenomenal job driving up the mountain road. I think it is only fair to give them both each 1 point. Kaufen uns beide ein neues Auto und fahren beide Hagel rein. Das gibt's ja nicht. By the way, I think there's something wrong with the F12. You guys saw it. The car is not locking the rear differential for some reason. I have no idea why. But so far it's been one hell of an experience. I absolutely love the F12. We just have to figure out what the fuck is wrong with the differential or whatever. Saxo is also very surprisingly good. I have no idea how we managed to pick up such a car for 1,200 euros. Absolutely insane. We're gonna have to do a project with the Saxo if it makes it back home, because the car really deserves it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am very tired, but we made it to the garage. Roof actually looks good. I don't know when the last time was where I've been so exhausted. I am sick and I'm tired and I have a headache, my throat hurts. The AC was way too cold in the car. I think the two idiots are coming now. Herrlich. Unglaublich, wer hätte das gedacht? Guys, I can't believe it, but both cars made it back to the garage. 3 days, 3,600 kilometers, 4 friends, and a will to make it back to Austria.
3,600 kilometers, no oil checking, no water checking, no water temperature checking,
No.
only fueling up the cars and that's it. And we had to fill up our tires.
Wie viel Chick-Backel?
Das waren echt viele. Ich glaube 7.
This was by far the most stupid trip I have done, because this was really, really far. Honestly, I'm even surprised the Ferrari made it, because these cars, not the best in reliability, but the fact that this car made it here with no problems at all is mind-blowing, honestly. This car deserves something. We're gonna do a project with it. I don't know what yet. If you have any ideas, please let me know. I don't even know what the fuck this car even is.
Is er approved?
Yeah, by the autos. Anyway, maybe for you guys, this is a sign that it doesn't always need to be expensive. All you need is a car and a will to make it where you want to go.
And friends.
And the power of friendship. This is all you need in life. You don't need expensive cars. Also ich meine, es ist schon viel cooler mit sowas rumfahren, aber wir haben ein Klima gehabt. Aber dafür bin ich jetzt steinkrank. Yeah, in the end.
It wasn't about horsepower or prestige. It was about breakdowns, back roads, and the memories in between. And in the end, the Saxo took the crown and deserves a spa treatment.
And what better way to do this than with a clean bath of Fusion Skin? By the way, if you head over to Fusion Skin and use my discount code SHAFEKIN10, you can actually save up to 10% on your next orders. Support us by supporting Fusion Skin, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again very, very soon.